founding father of Soroti Catholic Diocese, Bishop Emeritus Erasmus Desiderius Wandera, has been laid to rest inside Immaculate Conception Cathedral in Soroti City. Born in 1930, Bishop Wandera died on December the 8th, 2022 at his residence in Mbale. Bishop Wandera served as the first Bishop of Soroti Catholic Diocese for 27 years. He was appointed Bishop of Soroti on November 29, 1980 and consecrated on March 29, 1981 by Cardinal Emmanuel Kionuka, then Archbishop of Kampala. Vice President Jessica Alupo, who represented government at the burial, said government, the church and Uganda as a whole would miss him for his wise counsel and a practical approach to religion, which saw him transform people's lives. Alupo delivered 20 million shillings from President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni towards burial costs and also gave in her personal contribution of 5 million shillings towards the same cause.
Through my force, through my most precious force.
I am going to say 2 or 3 things. One is ask all the Christians here to thank God for the gift of the late Bishop Erasmus Desiderius Wandera. I also request all of us Christians to thank God for the gift of courage which the late Bishop Desiderius Erasmus Wandera had, which helped him to save many of us physically but also through prayer during that time when Teso sub-region was in a difficult situation of insurgency. We thank him for the courage which he had.
And may his soul rest in eternal bliss. Now, the Ministry of Health has committed 4.5 billion shillings for construction of a regional blood bank for Hoima Regional Referral Hospital. Once completed, the facility will serve 11 districts in mid-western Uganda, including Hoima Oil City, Chiboga, Chankwanzi, Chibale, Chiriandongo, Kakumira and Masindi, among others. We'll have more in this report.
Of the blood bank, region at Kasingo,
Ministry of Health is to construct a regional blood bank for Bonyoro at Hoima Referral Hospital. The project, contracted to Geses Company, is being implemented under the Uganda Intergovernmental Fiscal Transfers UGIFT program with funding from World Bank. During the groundbreaking ceremony at Hoima District Headquarters, the Director, Hoima Regional Referral Hospital, Dr. Sophie Namasope, said Bonyoro ranks the second in terms of maternal and infant mortality in the country.
Here alone, we lost 55 mothers. So I'm calling them mothers, but it may be a sister to somebody, a mother to somebody, a wife to somebody. So it is not just a number, but there's an attachment to that number. So we really believe that with having a blood bank in Hoima, it's going to help us reduce some of these numbers.
The Executive Director, Uganda Blood Transfusion Service, Dr. Dorothy Cheyune, said that Referral Hospital has been getting blood from Nakasero Blood Bank in Kampala and Fort Blood Bank.
Around time, sending samples, you have your blood, but you don't have the results and you can't give out blood. In fact, many times I've had calls from the pediatrician, the deputy director. When there is they have the blood, but they don't have the results because they can't test the blood here. So if we have this regional blood bank, the turnaround time is going to be quicker and mothers' lives will be saved, children's lives will be saved.
Hoima West Division Member of Parliament, Dr. Joseph Ruyongo, requested residents to donate blood in order to enable the smooth running of the facility.
During delivery or during the period of delivery or even after delivery, we have children of severe anemia due to malaria dying because they don't get blood. In time, let us try to donate blood. No, you don't want to donate blood, you save life. It may not mean your sister, but at least you have saved a life. And that's what you have to do. Let's try to brother communities to donate blood. And
The Mayor Hoima City, Brian Kaboyo, and the District LC5 Chairman, Benson Chishe, said that the blood bank for Bunyoro has been long overdue.
Of trying to make sure that we mobilize our communities to make sure that they donate the blood and we have enough blood in our bank so that it doesn't become a white horse.
For free, and we're also giving out for free, just to make sure that the people of Bunyoro, the people of Hoima, get services. It is disheartening to lose people, to lose mothers when giving birth because of lack of blood in the region.
Emi Katera, the Hoima Resident District Commissioner, requested the contractor to give jobs to locals.
Very good initiative, of course, for that region to have a blood bank. Educationists have urged government to double their efforts in enhancing life skills and values in young children as a remedy to equip students with all life skills and values. Take a watch.
During the assessment of life skills and values in East Africa, Uganda has launched a report at Protea Hotel, Kampala.
Take this opportunity to congratulate Weso and Luigi Luciani, but of course under the umbrella of Alive, for having taken the initiative to dive deep into this initiative of emphasizing life skills and values in our Ugandan education system.
Dr. Mary Goriti Nakavugo of Huwezo, Uganda, says to the findings reveal the level of children to collaborate, self-awareness and problem-solving is still very low.
We should stop just talking about these things. I think Hush talked about having some kind of action. Action has to start. A three-legged stool. Have you ever seen a three-legged stool? Yes. Yeah. So the three legs of that stool, the teachers, parents and community, and number three, the system. The system where Dr. Waguma ended. The whole system has to be refocused.
A program manager in charge of basic education and adolescent development program at United Nations Children's Fund explained that this is a milestone to understand that it's important to nurture children with life skills and values.
Looking forward to see how we can use this evidence for action. There are two levels of action often we talk on. Action to change policies and to make higher investment into that area. But second, also action of how we can bring more new ways of delivering life skills in school.
The Executive Director, National Curriculum Development Center, Dr. Grace Bagu, says that if one completes all the degrees in education without life skills and values, he or she cannot contribute any development to the national agenda.
That we need to now re-emphasize, refocus in the curriculum, but also in the core curricular support and in all the other, because the curriculum is at the heart of education, and therefore the others, inspectorate, name it, they need to focus and see that even those minimum standards which is developed at this, you need to refocus and review them and see that whenever you are doing inspection, you are actually looking at am I seeing life skills and values coming out of a lesson of mathematics?
I think what I can say is that the assessment of life skills and values is the responsibility of all stakeholders in education, since it is not an issue of a pen and paper assessment.
The moment the teacher is not motivated to do the work, anything to do with education, you are wasting your time, because it is the teacher who should be at the center of everything in as far as education is concerned. We need to have government take on pre-primary, because it is entirely in the hands of the private sector.
UBC Lunchtime News will take a short break, but will return with the latest in business. Do not go away.
Sent transport to the wrong person. Here's how to reverse it with MTN Mobile Money. dial *165#. Select My Account. Select Initiate Reversal. You will see your last 3 transactions. Select the transaction you want to reverse. Enter your mobile money PIN and you'll get an SMS confirmation that the transaction has been blocked from being withdrawn. And that's it. Please note, only transactions that haven't been withdrawn can be reversed.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude, it's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And do you have everything you need to believe?
The festive season is here and it's Christmas in 4G from Airtel. Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda, now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones this holiday season.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. Happy holidays this festive season with Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back from that break, and this is UBC Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. A warm welcome to those of you just joining us. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangwa. Now let's talk some business. State Minister for Tourism Martin Mugara Bahinduka has urged all Ugandans to access information on tourism and market Uganda to the rest of the world. He is commissioning the Kampala Tourism Information Center by Uganda Wildlife Authority in partnership with Kampala Capital City Authority at Sheraton Gardens here in Kampala. We have more in this story.
The first ever tourism information center where tourists will get informational and guidance on tourism places in Uganda has been commissioned in Kampala. The State Minister for Tourism Martin Mugara advised tourists from both abroad and in Uganda to utilize this place and tour places across the country.
I want to assure Ugandans, please come here. You'll get all the kind of information you want to get about not only Kampala but the rest of Uganda. So come and support, and as we go for this festive season, please find a destination within Uganda, travel, get out of your homes and experience the beautiful part of Africa.
The Executive Director of Kampala Capital City Authority, Dorothy Kisaka, said that the authority is planning to rename Old Kira Road Wildlife Street as proposed by the Wildlife Authority.
We have 10 animals which have been set up there by Uganda Wildlife Authority, and they are saying to us, why don't you rename it and call it the Wild Street? We have no objection whatsoever, and we are going to work through our bureaucracies so that we can realize that dream and desire, because the animals are so beautiful. To have a day where you just walk through there and appreciate them is something that we are looking forward to.
According to the Executive Director, Uganda Wildlife Authority, Sam Manda, the Tourism Information Center will ease services for tourists from moving different offices because all service will be provided at the place.
They will be serving our clients who want to visit our national parks, but also KCCA with time will bring staff and UTB will bring staff so that we are able to provide a complete package of tourism products and services that are in Uganda and Kampala City.
Commissioning of the One-Stop Tourism Information Center is a product of a Memorandum of Understanding signed to jointly promote Kampala City as a gateway to Uganda's premium wildlife tourism products and enhance wildlife education and conservation to the public. Joshua Kagoro, Andrew Sebira, UBC News.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Capote Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Capote deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Capote Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN. Regulated by UCC.
Happiness comes to us in many places. It's in knowing the mosquito net keeps our children healthy. The wife having the support of her husband. It's in deciding together when to have a baby. And for some, focusing on what's important right now. So what's your happiness? Make the right health decisions to ensure happiness for you and your family.
Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4, yeah, 5.
I don't even know what
he's doing. 7, 8, 9.
Allow me. Paying for groceries with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife. Yeah, let me just take these coins. Yeah,
Get yourself a Zuku TV decoder and satellite dish today at a low price of only 105,000 Ugandan shillings and a Zuku decoder at only 60,000 Ugandan shillings and enjoy your favorite movies, series, kids entertainment, music, local and international news and lots more. Enjoy amazing packages like Zuku Smart Plus, Zuku Classic, Zuku Premium and Zuku Asia. Get connected today. Zuku, life got better.
The festive season is here and it's Christmas in 4G from Airtel. Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda, now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones this holiday season.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. Happy holidays this festive season with Airtel, the smartphone network. Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe?
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. Warm welcome to those of you just joining us. And earlier on, we said that we'll be talking to, we thought we'd have Honorable Bahati, but we've got a very good replacement, and that is Mr. Mukunda Julius, who is the Executive Director of the Civil Society Budgetary Advocacy Group, that is commonly known to us as CSBAG. And we are here to talk about the budget. And of course, 2023, the budget is just around the corner, and people need to know what is entailed in that budget, where is the money going to come from, and who else to give us more insight into that other than Mr. Mukunda Julius. Julius, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon.
Glad to see you here.
Yes, please.
Yes, let's talk about the budget. And of course, the Civil Society Budgetary Advocacy Group, you've been there, you've all through these years, you've been, coming up and helping, assisting, in coming up with this budget and seeing its implementation. But the question is, today, how are you prepared to service this budget? Let's begin from there.
Oh, no, of course it's not a CS back budget.
It's a government budget, yes.
Yeah, I think, again, thank you so much for bringing me here. I think what we're trying to, today we had a dialogue of the things we do. We are asking the fundamental questions. One is that the situation is unpredictable. We've just come out of COVID, we are just in a border system, we have war in the Congo, you have Ukraine coming. It means that we have a very tight budget. So how are we prepared that the next financial budget, 2020-2024, how are we prepared first to finance it, but also to implement it?
Exactly.
And that is very important, because all that is taking place around ourselves, they cost money. You can't prevent COVID and you don't spend money. You can't prevent Ebola without spending money. I mean, all these require money. So we are asking those fundamental questions. How is government prepared? And the response we are getting, first of all, is that not the response, but the discussion that we are having. Number one is that for government to be able to finance its budget appropriately, one is that we need to ensure that we close some tax leakages. For example, we are looking at that this financial year alone, we are likely to lose around 2.4 trillion Ugandan shillings in tax exemptions only. So those are the tax holidays, those are the other tax exemptions that you are exempted from paying the purchase taxes. So we are saying we need to close that gap and make it smart. The other part is how can we ensure that we spend only on those items that bring returns to ourselves. And the discussion was really very, very good today. And people are like, I mean, do we need this huge parliament, for example? And people are saying,
very good one, very good discussion on that point.
Do we need all this number of districts? Do we need all this number of ministers? I mean, people are asking those fundamental questions, and I think.
But do you have answers to those? Because you might be tickling somewhere.
Yes, I think the answers are there. Of course, to be realistic is that some answers are very difficult because you can't tell Parliament, please legislate to reduce your numbers. It requires a referendum. But there are things we can do, like rationalizing agencies, for example.
Yes.
There's $1 trillion there. That one we can do. And I think we have also seen government taking some steps, especially when they said no traveling abroad, no special meals. Those are the things we need to do right now and do it hard. But also say no more creation of districts, no more creation of sub-counties, of cities, of town boards. You know, these administrative will take a lot of money. So that's the second one. The third fundamental one is we see that there is a difference between how much we are collecting and how much we are spending, which means that if there is a huge difference, we have to borrow money to do that. And we are saying that before you borrow money also, can we ensure that the projects we are running, we finish them quickly and they get out of the system? And one person was saying that, look, a project of 4 years takes 20 years to get completed. Takes more money than what the previous budget. Can we improve on implementation? And also there was a question of, there are those projects that never end. And they gave an example of Teso Fruit Factory. They said, we started as a pilot, let the pilot phase end, let's start to do commercial business rather than always getting money from the treasury to run it. So there are some of the things we said, yes, government do those particular areas of work. Yes.
So thank you so much. And it's good you're talking about implementation, because the challenges in implementing, you can come up with this budget, but then implementing, as you say, the challenges. Some of these challenges, probably you could, give us some of the challenges and how you've given a few, but we believe there are so many other challenges. What are they, and how do you intend to go about them?
I think fundamentally there are two major challenges we face in implementing the budget. Two major ones. One of them is corruption. You can't run from it. And let me give an example. I was here one time and we were talking about PDM.
Someone was saying
and somebody suddenly said, Julius, you stop talking about PDM.
That we should live with our corruption. That's what they are saying.
They said PDM, money is going to be eaten, it's going to work. And I'm like, I'm an optimistic person. But now you see what is happening. People sit, money, it's not because money is not there. Money is sent to the district. The chief administrative officer, the finance officer, the planner sit and share the money. Do you want to blame colonizers that are the ones who have led us to be corrupt? No way. This is our thing that we should fight and finish it off. And I really call upon the IGG that instead of sitting down with these people and negotiating with them to bring money back, let's have the strongest stringent measures for them to deter them from even thinking about eating government money. And today I was given an example. In South Korea, when you eat government money, you hang yourself.
You don't wait for government to say,
no, you go and hang yourself.
Corrupt man.
The moment you understand your neighbor has known that you have actually eaten money, you hang yourself. In China,
there would be very few government officials in Uganda if that were to happen.
But that's why there's no corruption. In China, they hang you. So, which means that you don't want to even think about doing that. But when you come here in this country, we tend to have soft gloves. The second one, I think, for me is demanding that those non-performing accounting officers and projects should be removed from government systems. If you're an accounting officer implementing a project of 3 years and had taken you 10 years, you are not even halfway. Please, let us have you, my friend. Go and manage. There are so many Ugandans who can manage these projects well and done.
And especially young ones.
And especially young ones. So for me, those are two key elements. And I'm challenging our leadership to take action on that. And that is very simple. KPI, this road project is for 2 years. The money is there. Finish it. Done deal. If it's not, please explain.
Very good. And also, you talked about, merging of these government parastatals and stuff. But where else do you expect to get this money from?
Of course, I mean, one of the things I think we've also been discussing is that you cannot milk a cow if you're not feeding it. And I think today there was a very candid discussion about, we talk about increasing the tax base. We talk about increasing, bring more people into that tax bracket. But we are not talking about improving productivity and making profits. Because taxes come from profits, come from companies that are surviving. A company that is closing a shop, you won't get taxes from it.
Definitely.
A company that is surviving and struggling, you won't get taxes from it. So what is it that we are doing to make companies make money? First is they need cheap credit. Because the interest rate in this country,
it's very high.
It's not only very, but
actually it's discouraging.
You don't want to go there. But even at the terms, you go in a bank and get money. The moment you get it today, the next month you start paying interest fee. And you're asking yourself, how have you made profits in 1 month? Really? So we are telling government, please make sure that the different programs you have put in place, Uganda Development Bank, the small and medium enterprise fund that the government has put in place, money in UDC, MYOGA, let them be functional. Let everybody know about them so they can be able to access money. But some of these funds, when they are performing at less than 60%, so which means the money, they're still stuck with the money the government gave them. The other element, what we are talking about, is that government should stop borrowing from domestic market. And I'm seeing that signal from Minister of Finance. They are really trying to be shy away from borrowing that. Let it remain like that. Because if there is 100 shillings in the banks, in the banking industry, the government is not going to borrow 10 shillings. No,
it can't.
For it will take like 60%. So you're remaining with 40 shillings for all the Ugandans. So the interest rates go high. So if government can concentrate in Europe and in America and leave this market for our ordinary citizens, we think that can help businesses to grow. So that if you have cheap credit, then you can be able to do your brick business, and then you can be able to get better returns, and then that's when you can pay taxes. So we believe that there should be policies geared towards improving productivity and production in the private sector, rather than just a matter of saying, please pay tax, pay tax, pay tax.
Thank you. And time is not our best ally, really, Mr. Mukunda. But last one, you sound optimistic that probably it might work out. But, people have talked about all these things. The budgets come and all these good ideas come up. But nothing is done. Revenue collection is a little bit... Now, of course, like Uganda Revenue Authority, I don't think they're going to hit their target. So what is going to happen? You sound optimistic. Do you think it's going to work out? Or
no,
there is something...
For Revenue Authority, I'm a bit... They have had a surplus for the first quarter. They had a surplus. And I think we could be optimistic on that one. But you see, for me, every year, actually, they collect more than last year. If you have been able to watch closely, they collect more than last year. Despite even the COVID business, they collected more money than the previous years. The challenge is they set targets that are extremely so high. Because if you are not milking a cow and you say, please get me 40 liters, you won't get.
And you're not feeding it so well.
You are not feeding it well. So what can I do with the cow that emaciated that cannot even produce 5 liters? If I get 4 liters, please me. So I think for me is that with URA, I have that optimism, but also is that the optimism is also at Ministry of Finance. I think we are seeing the leadership trying to be a bit more pragmatic. We are seeing cuts in the expenditures.
Yes.
We are seeing now, IGG is recovering money. I had never heard of IGG recovering money from people. So I'm optimistic, but as usual is that I think we can do better than that. That for me, that's my issue.
Exactly.
We can do better than that, and it starts with us, and that's why I tell Ugandans, please, when that primary school is for you in Kashari, in Okoboko. It's not for any other person. So make sure it functions.
Exactly.
Ask for the right answers.
Thank you. Family, just a few words as we wind up.
I think for me is, two things I want Ugandans to understand. Number one is that take interest on how government raises money. It is very important. If your neighbor is not paying money, just to know you are losing out. Take interest in the way government is raising money. If that neighbor is getting a subsidy, please know that it is a cost on you as a Ugandan. The second part, take interest in demanding accountability. Because people say, Binobia government, no, Binobia fee. These things are ours. But if we don't, then we are the ones to lose out. That road, that borehole, that primary school, it belongs to you, the Ugandan who is living in that particular area. President Museveni would never go to that health center to see whether it is functioning. No, it is you, the individual staying around that particular area. Get interest and ask for the right questions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mukunda Julius, and of course we've been interacting with Mr. Mukunda Julius, who is the Executive Director of the Civil Society Budgetary Advocacy Group, and we've been looking at the forthcoming budget. Where are they going to get the money from? Challenges of implementation, but at least there is hope. There is hope because with the changes that are happening today, probably we might also have a smile on our faces in this in the coming years that government has actually. Not government officials have woken up and now they know that we must cut budgets here to service here and there, merging ministries, departments, and so many other things that, the initiatives in place that government has come up with. We do hope that it will be, maybe we can see light at the end of the tunnel in the coming years. Thank you so much, Mukunda, for being part of this show. And my name is Rukidi Edward Kijanagoma. I wish you a blessed afternoon and see you some other time.
This week on UBC.
Having HIV does not mean that you're always in the hospital. There are people who are living with HIV and they go about their day, they go to work, they go to school, they live their lives.
Advanced HIV disease is of concern simply because once you're diagnosed of advanced HIV disease, you have a 30% chance